Hey everybody, look! I'm back on the Camino! It's all butterflies and rainbows and unicorns. If you believe that, you're insane.
We're on the road to Santiago. We're on the road to find ourselves.
I went back to the Camino at the end of August this year. Only had about 10 days. I thought I'd have a beautiful, carefree 10-day walk. Didn't quite work out that way. Everything that I expected, everything that I carried over from my 2016 Camino, I lost on this Camino, and I've had to regain it being back home. I've had to find ways to regain my Camino energy without actually being on the Camino. So this was an interesting, challenging Camino. It certainly made me question whether or not I ever want to go back to the Camino, but I'm sure I will at some point. I'll tell you a quick little story. Shortly before my first Camino in 2018 to Sarria, from Sarria to Santiago, some things happened. My mother died. Shortly after my mother died, a hurricane hit. Some certain things happened, just personal, and I was at a very low. And at the end of 2016, I wandered into a movie theater, and I saw this movie called Doctor Strange. Not only was it a really kick-ass movie, but it had these wonderful insights that I wrote down. I watched the movie several times and wrote these insights down in a book, and I referred to those little axioms. When I'm sad or I'm unsure or I'm confused, I kind of turn back to those to see where I want to go and how I want to grow from there. And a lot of that I took to the Camino in 2021. So this series, as I reflect on this rather bad experience I had on the Camino here in 2022, I go back to those lessons, which is why I'm entitling this series Backpack and stuff are all in here. A little old Melbourne airport. Let's see, TSA 3, there we go. Well, here we are, Monkey Fighters. We're getting ready to depart on another Camino. This is just a short one, about 1/3 the size of the last one. Anyway, I'm standing at the exact same spot at the airport that I began my Camino in September of last month, so almost 11 months ago. Uh-oh, what's going on here?
I'm dead-headed on that.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. Wow. The pilgrimage kind of begins here in Charlotte. It's now 8:12 morning. My flight does not leave until 4:50 this evening. So I'm here for 8.5 hours. That's where we came from. Some more trying to see how many steps I've taken so far. This is where my plane is, but they have the air conditioner cranked over here. So I had to go all the way over to Concourse A where the temperature was reasonable and somewhat comfortable. Everything is a bar here. Like you can see, there's just massive humanity up there ahead. Been thinking about a lot of things. Contemplating things that maybe would be best shared once I get on the Camino. I'm just wandering around exploring the whole damn airport. You know, I've never flown American internationally. This is going to be an interesting experience. These are the smallest seats I've ever flown in a plane. Oh, the transatlantic flight.
Help! Help! Help!
It's just bad. Hope I can get some sleep tonight. I'm gonna walk tomorrow. said on the plane that flight was kind of like being in a mass grave. We're in the line to go through customs, and it is quite the mass of humanity. You have to do your COVID QR code, which I have. This is something you should not do, which is stand in the middle of a moving sidewalk so people can't get around you without being rude. Tienda del Viajero, luggage and travel store. In Terminal 4, on the second floor. Second floor, this is where a lot of people check in. I was able to get a $40 unlimited data SIM card, so I don't have to get roaming data, which was $10 a day from our service provider. So this is my bag, and I want to show you. The main reason I did it was this way is because I didn't want my sticks confiscated by TSA. Notice the ALSA sign under bus and fly. We came right out of door 12. Right across the way, these are where the ALSA buses are. Ah, there's mine. This is me. Oh. There's the bus station where they dropped us off, and look right over here. There's the house by Gaudi, and it is a far cry from what it was when I was here with Lauren. We were cold and in the wind. It is hot. Right behind it. I wonder if we can go in. 10 months ago, Lauren and I stood here underneath this lion and started a new adventure for Yaw Adventures together. I'm getting ready to walk a section of the Camino, folks. This is... I cannot begin to describe the joy I'm feeling right now. We were here October last, so almost 10 months ago we were here. And this is where we're starting this time, doing a shorter version of the Camino that we did last year. And I've had one of the best days of my life on the Camino. This is probably my best Camino day. There's the cathedral down that way, as you can see from the arrows. We are on the Camino. And we're gonna go this way. You'll see two streets, one over there and one here. We're gonna take the one to the right. I don't know if you can see the cyclists up ahead. Of course I would encounter cyclists as I start out. You might recall a shot of this place up ahead, the original video. And at the end of the street, there are your signs leading out of Astorga. As we wait for the light to cross the street, look at that beautiful countryside. In October, I walked from there to here. You can see the Camino sign over there. We're heading out. It's probably about 4 kilometers now. Less than what I walk every morning in heat just like this. Lauren's a little concerned about me. I haven't had much sleep and it's really hot out. But I need to walk. Not very hard, not very fast. It's not a long route. I just need to get this walk in. Lauren wants me to take a taxi, but you know, 4 kilometers, not even 3 miles. We'll be fine if we're not. Very still, all alone. The old graffiti wars are back. Puta Castilla, Leon Solo, officially leaving Astorga. This rusted beat up sign that says Camino de Santiago is kind of symbolic of this section. It's not terribly pretty. It's a sidewalk alongside a road, and it's that way until Mirias de Recibado. Despite the lack of aesthetic, it is the Camino proper. Actually 2.7 from here. Stop to rest in the shade. It's important that I rest because I've had about 3-4 hours sleep in the last 24, and it is hot. And as you can see, it's not very Camino-y right now. It's just a highway with sidewalks. But after Murias de Archivaldo tomorrow morning, it's going to look really Camino-y. Up and over the bridge. It's all coming back to me, that little bunch of trees down there where the road curves. We cross there, go right into town, so we're that close. Well, we've been here before. Here's where you cross the road. The village is right up there. Up here is where I took video of myself waving at the cyclist. And there is Murias de Archivaldo. It's 200 meters and it says to go that way and up the road. I may do that. Although it's a little safer to go this way. That looks more Camino-y, but we're not going there today. If you remember in the last video, we walked out that way at night. Right now we're going over to the albergue we stayed at on the evening of October 9th. Good afternoon. Hola. How are you? We are here at Albergue de Peregrinos, Casa Flora. We stayed here last year. We showed the sign out front. This is what it's like inside. Actually, our rooms are down that way. The Camino is off that way. That's where we're going to be walking tomorrow. Check this out. This is one of the maps that Mike, who wrote the Wise Pilgrim's Guide, he made those, and I have one just like it. Here's our room, there's my bed. There was a beautiful bolt of lightning earlier, but it's not coming. So I did sort of meet a Camino angel my first night, Eduardo. These are some pictures from his Instagram account. Anyway, just after dinner, Eduardo showed me this cool video he had shot that day. Maybe you recognize this guy from my own Camino in October of 2021.
Que es el cruce del camino de la vía de la peregrina